Good afternoon, everybody. I am Colonel A.S. Kapoor, fondly called as Ajay by my first name. A brief about myself. I am from the Corps of Engineers, Indian Army, commissioned into my parent unit 115 Engineer Regiment in the year 1993. So here I am on a deputation with NHAI since August 2020. I had reached Jamshedpur in the peak of COVID, wherein my project was going on at a not that a great speed because of the COVID reasons. And over the years, last 2 years, more than 2 years, which I'm here, uh, I was able to do with the great help of people around the team which I had. We were able to generally finish the project. The road, as you can see on the view foil, it is a 44-kilometer road uh, which has generally been completed. The road is through except for the road furniture and certain RCC structures consisting of drains and retaining walls, which is about to be completed in a due course of time. A brief about the background of the project. Go next. This is the map of the project. Go next. Now NH33, you are aware, it commences from Bari and goes all the way to Baragoda as a 333-kilometer long road stretch. Earlier, from Ranchi till Mahulia, this project was given to Mrs. Madhukorn Construction Company uh, for the entire length under BOT, that Build Operate Transport model. The concessionaire, that is the Madhukorn Constructions, they had some financial issues, some issues cropped up, the progress was very, very slow. So NHA decided to cancel that contract and go in for fresh bids. And while doing so, the entire project from Ranchi to Jamshedpur to Mahulia, that was divided into 4 packages. And these 4 packages, package number 4, which I am now discussing, I'll be discussing ahead. Package number 4 is a 44-kilometer road stretch, which was given to Mrs. Indian Iron Triangle Limited, Gujarat-based company, who were responsible for this package 4. This contract was concluded on an EPC mode, that is engineering, procurement, construction, item rate contract, because it was a risk and cost on the cost of the previous agency. The package which was commenced in 2019, out of this, 250 to 277, that is 27-kilometer road is already through, I would say completed, and balance is under the advanced stage of completion. The entire road stretch, 44 kilometer, as I said earlier, it is like operational. The traffic is going in full steam ahead. Go ahead next. Coming to the quantity of material. Now, this was when I landed up here, it was, I've never heard of, frankly speaking, never heard of this product. What is it called as? So, and you can see on the view file, a huge quantity of these 3 items have been used in the project. Around 10 lakh, there's a million metric ton of quantity has been used. ACBF, Agrito and Nirman, you would be aware, somebody would have communicated to you, ACB have been used for the granular sub-base core GSBC. Agrito has been used as in place of the aggregate for water mix macadam, and Nirman has been used for filler material in lieu of dust. So this huge quantity which has been utilized for this completion of this project, of course, as I'm told, it is the first time in the country which has been where it has been used. Maybe another agency in Gujarat, somebody was also claiming that we have used it for the first time. But I don't think that such huge quantity would have been used anywhere else. I'm sure Tata Steel would have done the research and they would have communicated to you. But overall, when I come to the product per se, how we have used, what way we have used, and what was the outcome of it, with my, say, I'm 29 years of experience in construction industry. Maybe I was in the army, but I was always connected with the construction of roads and buildings. This is a very fantastic and it's a product which will create wonders in future to come, because everybody talks about sustainability, environmental protection. There are so many aspects. We are going for value engineering. So this product is going to create wonders. Of course, the proximity is a big question mark, and certain the points which I'll be communicating my experience. Of course, my contractor, I've interacted with my contractor. I have brought some points what he has conveyed to me. So I'll be telling you about that. Go next. Uh, this would have already been communicated earlier. We had all the tests carried out, even though IIT Kharagpur had given a detailed report to Tata Steel regarding the viability of the product. We carried out an independent test, and the product, of course, came out with flying colors. It passed all the mandated norms which had been set by the MORTH, and uh, based on the combination of the design mix, what was given to us through the NABL authorized labs, the road, especially the GSBC and the WM part, we have utilized this material for that. Go next. Next. Go ahead, go ahead. Next, next. That's all. So I don't have the, I have just got some slides for the photograph of the side product, but I made some points from myself, which I would like to share regarding the product as a business venture, what you have been promoting till now. What I realized when my contractors, you have seen, we have used a huge quantity of material. Now everything is based on demand and supply. We have, my contractor has placed a demand onto you, he's got the delivery order. So now everything is through a chain reaction. The material comes to the contractor's point, and where the mixing is done, and accordingly it is further transported to the site and where it is laid. So I would recommend, based on the delivery order or the DO, the supply chain should be ensured to the contractor so that his resources don't sit idle and the continuity is maintained. I'm sure you have your own process of manufacturing it, to process it, but in the bargain, you may be having more number of vendors also with you who are willing to take this product from you. But then if the supply chain is maintained, it is a great help to the contractor who continues to plan his day's work or his week's work accordingly. For WM product, you have seen there is a motor grader laying this WM material. Ideally, WM is supposed to be laid by a paver finisher, which is supposed to have your sensors, which ensures the level of the road which has to be finalized. But we realize when the material is loaded onto the paver, it is a bit heavy as compared to a normal aggregate. So the paver generally goes it is not able to take the load, the belt system goes for a 6, and so one has to find alternate means for that. So we tried something, and mix of paver as well as motor grader. Of course, majority of the work has been done through paver finisher, but then it takes its own toll. So I'm sure there would be a solution for that also, and since this product is coming up all across, so the manufacturers of paver finisher also would think on those lines. Secondly, the one positive, in fact, everything is positive of that product. There was some failure of my road somewhere, and I had to, because the bitumen surface failed, so I had to go to the site to investigate what had gone wrong. We removed the bituminous concrete surface, we removed the DBM surface. When we came to the water mix macadam surface, it would not come out. It was like cemented layer there. The JCB, the excavator bucket, has to put in more effort to extract that material. So the permeability of this layer is amazing. It's like a cement layer which has been laid there. So that is a very good positive advantage of this WM layer which is used through aggregative material. Also, when we happened to, there were some failures other places also. When we investigated, there were some alligator cracks developed onto the road surface. We further went down, further we removed the bituminous concrete, we removed uh, the DBM layer also. I observed at one place there was alligator cracks in the WM layer also. So we were trying to analyze what would have gone wrong. So if somebody can educate me here, I think there would be some exothermic treatment to this Agrito product what you are doing. So maybe that could have been the reason, but I would recommend uh, one can go in for a detailed analysis ki, at least when the finished product comes out for after your treatment, every aspect of quality has to be ensured there. I cannot claim what went wrong, but it can be one of the case studies at your end. You can always analyze it and see what all further improvement can be carried out in the material which is being supplied. Because see, finally, as you would have seen in the video, the material is lying in the bulk. It is being treated at various stages. So uniformity of the treatment, how it can be ensured, whether you have your own checks and balances. So one has to further streamline this process so that finally end product which is coming out, which is reaching the site, has to be of the same parameters, same quality. I would say the parameter has to be ensured. Another point, now I'm finished with my most of my points. The transportation part, what I've seen, because the company, you yourself transported to the customer, because you don't want any third party to handle it, because the product is yours and you are preparing it so that it reaches the end point as per the you basically you don't do any mixing of the products. Finally, it reaches the end point in the condition what you have set it to be reaching there. So that is a good thing. But I would recommend the transportation, the which cost you would have built in into the product. You have to have timely delivery of the products so that the consumer at the end he is able to receive the product. He can plan his his work for the day or for the week ahead. I have already communicated this point earlier, but that is the major point which everybody feels should be ensured. I finish, and I am available for any question anybody wants to ask me. But overall, it was a great experience using this material. I am wishing Tata Steel all the best. I'm sure this product will go places, and I'm sure you will be able to address certain points which I have raised for future your say future businesses. Thank you so much.